Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Whale's Tales. My name is Greg, and I am fighting a little bit of a cold here, so trying to do my best, but luckily I've got my handy Naked Juice green machine. Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna be healthy in no time. Okay, in this video, I'm gonna be covering slidey kills with your SMGs. You need 50 of these to achieve, I think it's the Whiteout Camo in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And this is probably the only real pain in the ass challenge for the SMGs. So it's probably the only SMG video I'm going to do as far as like the camos go. And I've got just an absolute fucking downpour of clips for you in this video. It's pretty much all of my FHR-40 slidey kills that I got. And like I said, you need 50 of them. I don't know if I have all 50 here, but I probably have at least like 45. I'm not really going to talk too much about the clips. I'm just going to kind of hopefully let them speak for themselves, and I'm just going to kind of give some pointers along the way. And so that's the plan. So first and foremost, you're going to want to be using FTL's power slide trait. I would honestly recommend making it a permanent unlock if you want to start working on your SMG camos. Because it's unlocked pretty late, and if you're someone that likes to prestige, you're just gonna have to like wait to do this challenge all over the place. Excuse me. So I made it a permanent unlock, and that's, you know, it was worth it to me because I like going for camos. Okay, I am playing hardpoint at first here, and then later on in the video I will switch to team deathmatch, and I think there's maybe like one domination game as well. The team deathmatch thing was honestly on accident, but it ended up working out pretty much just as well, so I'll talk about that. But if you're going to play hardpoint, which does work pretty well, then what you're going to want to do is bum rush the shit out of the hardpoint and give zero fucks as to whether you live or die, or have anything to do with helping your team win in the game. It's just all about you getting your slidey kills. And the advantage of this is you're going to know where your enemies are going to be. They're oftentimes a little bit weakened already because they're usually getting shot at in the hard point by other teammates of yours, so you can usually like snake a kill off of like a weakened enemy. And a lot of times they're also going to be pretty distracted too, because it's pretty distracting to be in the hard point. And there are also quite a few disadvantages though with playing hard point. A lot of shit like dome shields and shit like that you're just going to be frustrated by. You're easy to kill because you're like rushing into just a shit ton of enemies, and that's usually not that smart, but that's kind of what you have to do if you want to get this done quickly anyway. The blast shield perk only protects you against so many nades, and there are going to be a shit ton of nades in the hardpoint, and usually there's a higher skill level in hardpoint, so you've got opponents who are going to be able to figure out how to deal with you. Oftentimes as well, the hardpoint is a little too close quarters for this to work out well. You want kind of a little bit of open space in order to, you know, be able to complete a slide. You need sort of a runway, if you will. So if the hardpoint's kind of this like cluttered area, then you're just going to be like sliding into shit, and that's going to stop your slide. Even if you slide into enemies, that's going to stop your slide, and you're not going to be able to get the slidey kill. All right, let's move on to some more shit. You will be able to aim down sights while you're sliding, as long as you are using that FTL trait. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should at all times. In fact, I still think it's probably going to be more often that you're going to want to be using the hipfire. So I definitely recommend the laser sight. But I will say that aiming down sights has its place, and that would usually be when you've got a more or less stationary target directly in front of you, or pretty close to directly in front of you, and that enemy is at a little bit too far of a range for hipfire to be, you know, a good option. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this. These clips are all no, I did mention the FHR-40. That's just what I happened to be working on when I was kind of going for clips. So anyway, okay, unrelated. But moving back to the ADS thing, you have to make sure that you're doing that after you start your slide. Don't be aim down sights and then try to slide. That won't work. Okay. You also, while you're going for, I think we're honestly into the team deathmatch here. While you're going for the ADS, if you're using that fucking shit, okay. So if you're aiming down sights and you get a slide kill, that will also count toward an FTL rig challenge as well. But you don't need that many of those, so those will probably just happen when you naturally kind of do this, even if you're mostly still hip firing. Okay, a few times that you don't want to attempt it, like times that you should control yourself and just take a regular kill. If the enemy is rushing at you and you're of course rushing at them, and they're going to close the gap before you are able to even remotely, finish a slide, then you're going to have to like spin around and try and finish the kill. And you see me do that a couple times in these clips, but mostly when they're like a little bit off to the side. If they're like directly in front of you, you're going to either like hit them or slide right past them, and then you're probably just going to get an unnecessary death. So save yourself on that one. If the enemies are behind cover, then there's probably not a good chance that you're going to be able to pull off a slide kill, because your accuracy kind of goes to shit when you're sliding, just because it's a little bit harder to control. If you're already in a point-blank situation with an enemy, then just take the kill. No point in making it ridiculously hard for yourself. And then prone enemies. If an enemy is prone, like it's essentially like they're behind cover. They're just too small of a target for you to really be able to get this shit to work most of the time. And also, finally, if you got a height difference between an enemy and yourself, that's not going to be as ideal either. So you want to be on the same plane. So one other thing that works pretty good is if you injure an enemy but don't kill them in a gunfight, instead of just finishing the kill normally, what you can do instead is kind of regroup and then get a running start and go in for the slide kill. And that'll usually get you a pretty easy slide kill as well, because you only need 1 or 2 more shots. Alright, quickly on variants. This video is almost over. I would say with the Arad, I like the Reckoning for the reduced hip spread, or the Merciless with increased ammo, but the Cerberus also has that underbarrel shotgun. I don't have that gun, but that might work well. You can try that. FHR-40, the Havoc has reduced hip spread, and the Windfall has increased ammo. I'm using the Windfall. The Karma 45, Glutton, increased ammo, or Phobos, reduced spread while sliding. And the rpr-evo, maybe the Ripper. I haven't used this gun yet. Maybe the Ripper for the increased fire rate, or the Boso Zoku for the bonus damage below the belt. That one's going to be hard to get, though. That's in the Quartermaster collection. The HVR Gunslinger for reduced hip spread, and the Gemini if you like Akimbo. I haven't used that gun either yet, but those stuck out to me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.